Imagine if one currency was used in almost every major trade deal around the world. A currency trusted not just by one country, but by governments, banks, and businesses across the globe. That currency is the US dollar. Today, a large share of global trade and financial transactions are conducted in dollars. Even countries with very different political views still rely on it for international business. So how did this happen? Why does the US dollar play such a central role in the global economy? And what does that actually mean for everyday people? In this video, we're going to break it down in a simple and clear way. To understand the present, we need to look at the past. Before the US dollar became dominant, the British pound was widely used in global trade. This was during the time when Britain had a large global influence through trade and industry. But after World War II, things changed dramatically. Many countries in Europe and Asia were rebuilding their economies. Meanwhile, the United States emerged with a strong industrial base and a relatively stable financial system. In 1944, leaders from different countries came together to design a new global financial framework. This meeting is known as the Bretton Woods Agreement. Under this system, the US dollar was linked to gold. Other currencies were linked to the US dollar. This helped create stability in international trade and exchange rates. And over time, it strengthened the role of the dollar globally. In the early 1970s, the system began to change. The United States decided to end the direct link between the dollar and gold. This transition is often called the Nixon shock. After this point, the dollar became a fiat currency, meaning its value is not based on a physical commodity like gold. Instead, its value comes from economic strength, government backing, market trust. Even after this shift, the dollar remained widely used. That's because by then, global trade and finance were already deeply connected to it. Another important factor in the dollar's global role is energy trade. Oil is one of the most traded resources in the world. For many years, international oil transactions have primarily been priced in US dollars. This system is commonly referred to as the petrodollar system. Because countries need energy, they often need access to dollars to participate in global markets. This creates steady demand for the currency. And that demand helps maintain its importance internationally. So why does the dollar continue to play such a large role today? There are several key reasons. First, the United States has one of the largest and most developed economies in the world. Second, US financial markets are deep and highly liquid, meaning large amounts of money can move in and out efficiently. Third, many institutions around the world trust the stability of the system. Because of these factors, central banks often hold US dollars as part of their foreign exchange reserves. This concept is sometimes described as a reserve currency. The dollar is currently the world's primary reserve currency, meaning it is widely held and used for international transactions. The dollar also plays a role in the structure of the global financial system. Many international payments are processed through networks connected to US financial institutions. This allows for efficient global transactions, but it also means that access to these systems is important for international trade. In some cases, countries or organizations may face restrictions within this system. These situations are usually related to international regulations and policies. As a result, access to global financial networks can have a significant impact on economic activity. Now, let's look at the future. Will the dollar always remain dominant? There are ongoing discussions about diversification in global finance. Some countries are exploring trade in local currencies, alternative financial systems, digital currencies. For example, China has been promoting the use of its currency in international trade. Other regions are also working on reducing dependence on a single currency. However, replacing a global reserve currency is extremely complex. It requires long-term trust, stable institutions, strong financial markets. At the moment, no single alternative fully meets all of these conditions at a global scale. So when you look at the US dollar, you're not just looking at a piece of currency. You're looking at a system built over decades through international agreements, economic growth, financial infrastructure, global trust. The dollar plays a major role in how countries trade, invest, and manage their economies. And understanding this system helps you better understand how the world works. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to Mine of Wealth for clear and simple explanations about money, investing, and the global economy. Because the more you understand how money works, the better decisions you can make for your future.